Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a thumbnail in order for when you upload a YouTube video and people actually see like the picture of the video, it's going to be to your liking. And the first thing I want you to do is just go to Google, and depending on what type of video you're making is what type of picture you want. So for instance, let's just say a murderer silhouette. No, let's just say murder, for instance. Say it's going to be murder detectives. Let's click on that. Straight away, whatever it is, go to images. When you clicked on images, oh, you can see, oh, that might be good as an heading. Or no, this one here, for instance. But you want to try and make it your own way, in a sense. All you do is right click, press save image as. When you've clicked on save image, it's gonna save it as a JPEG, which is a file name, and you can put it wherever you want. The best thing to do is click it on, say, downloads, and the name, so you know, just put murder and whatever is, I'm just going to put murder 1, whatever your movie's going to be. So that's all it is. And then another one for finding pictures. So because what you might want to do is, you might want that red picture which is here, but that murder you might try and make it your own. So what you want to do is type in, say, for instance, a red rectangle. Oh, red rectangle, and yeah, that'll do. Let's save that image. Call it, it's going to be automatic. If you've already downloaded a picture, it's automatically going to be in your download. Let's call it red rectangle. Now the next thing what I want you to do is, because what we're going to do, we're going to have that first picture and we're going to add this over it at some part, and then we're going to write on this. Do you get what I mean? So you can also pick other pictures and other things to go with it. But the next thing I want you to do is download a video editor called Shotcut. Shotcut. Let me just write it in. Shotcut. And it's this video editor here. Now we're on images at the moment, so I'm just going to go to all. Yeah, Shotcut. Go on to Shotcut and download it depending on what computer you've got. Click download here at the top. If you got a Windows, click on that. If you got a Linux, click on that. It'll all be here. You find it. Now I'm going to see you at Shotcut. Basically, download it, then log into Shotcut, create a profile, and I'll see you there in a minute. So now I'm assuming that you've downloaded Shotcut, and when you open it, you're going to be seeing this. But your recent projects here, you won't have nothing to choose from. All I want you to do is here type in what the first program is going to be. So type in a frame, and what was it? Murder. What did I call it? Well, murder detectives. Press start. Now, what you're looking at here now, this is where the video, what we're going to put on, or the picture for our thumbnail, is going to show here. And this is just where you can do the editing at the bottom. But that's what we're going to be learning in future stages. First thing I want you to do is click on to open. And when you click on open, it's going to show you up all your files. If you remember, we saved the picture under documents. Click on download, sorry. Click on download, and the last 3 pictures will show up here. As you can see, it's there. The first one we said was the murder. Click on that twice and it's going to show up. Now as soon as it's here, it's going to stay there, but just hold your finger on the button and pull it down to here. Soon as you've done that, go to this button here, and what it's going to do is you're just going to open it to the size of the page. This is your timeline, it's just stretched it out. Then I want you to save it. You've already called it your name, so as you can see here, it's just going to be saving under what it's called, Murder Detectives. See that there? Now what we're going to do now is add that rectangle onto here, but first of all in your timeline, which is this, I want you to right click on your mouse or your keyboard, whatever it is, go up to add video track. Now you've got another timeline, which is where we're going to add the rectangle onto this and then put it down onto that separate. Do you get what I mean? I'll show you. So open again, click on your rectangle, and that's going to show up now. There, as you can see, it's big on the screen. You can't pull it down straight away. Anything you do when you're on a video editing software, you're always going to go through filters. So click on filters. If you can't see filters, in your top here, as you can see, keyframes, history, it's all going to come up. I'm just going to get rid of these. If you have got these on, we won't need them. You can get rid of them. Click on filters and it'll show up, and click on timeline, and that will show up. I should have said that at the beginning, sorry. This is what we're going to need: timeline, filters, timeline, filters, and this is the source, and that's obviously, you can see, is the timeline. Now we want to make this smaller, so then we can drag it down to here. Click on filters, and you're going to be seeing all these options. And you got favorites, it should automatically show favorites. Go down to it. If it isn't, just tip it, just right there, type in size. Type in size, and it will show up. And here on the left hand side, so for the next time, click on it. See how it's gone, the star. Click on it again, so next time it'll show up in your favorites. Click on that twice. Now as you can see, we can see here we can lower this down. So just lower it down, tip it up so it's on the screen. Now this black part here, this is the part where we want to drag down into here, and now it's going to show up. So basically anything what's on the top line is going to show first, which is that, the rectangle, and underneath it's what we put on first. But this rectangle, let's lower it to about where we want it. For instance, just say we was going to put it here. There. Now what we're going to do is just click on this in the middle so it shows up. Save again before we do anything else, and it's going to save it under the medical detectives. Then before we do anything else, again we're going to need to, on the timeline, we're going to need to make another track, because we're going to be adding something else. So go to the left here, right click, add track. Now what we're going to do is, next to it we want to be adding text in order to add onto there. So what I want you to do is go to open other, down to text. Here in the text, what do we want to write? For instance, we're just going to be right, because it's yours, it's called Murder Detectives, we know that, and this is your part 1 video, so we're going to write part 1. Click on OK. Now what's going to happen is it's just going to show there the boxes, and now because like it's not filling the screen, we're just going to grab the outer end like we did before, drag it down to here, and see the yellow shade, the grey shade, just grab it and just move it across to there. Okay, if you don't and you didn't and it's there, you can always just pull it, click on it and pull it across. Now for it to just like snap at the end and click, so you don't have to mess about, it's this magnet here. See how it's off now? Turn it on, and what that does, when it gets to there, you let go, boom, and it just clips. Okay, so now we've lowered this and we want to put this word in here. Let's move it to there. Let's put it in the middle, part 1. Yeah. Now we can play about with this. If we want to change the font size and the font colour of the wording, like we can change the colour of the writing to black. Let's do that. Click on black. Okay. Now it's black. Now if you want it any bigger, you can change the font size, but it's small because of this use font size. If we let go, it's going to get bigger now. See how it's got bigger? So then we're going to need to just change it to the right size we want it. Part 1. And here for down a bold, you can like change from regular size to bold, idyllic, and change what the word's going to be look like. Say Times New Romeos. Let's have a look, see what that's like. Yeah, that looks better. And also the outline of the part 1, we can change that to yellow, so it just shows up. Let's see what it looks like. You can't really tell, but next to it, let's turn the outline thickness up. See that? We're on 15 and see how it's changed. Yeah, that looks good. Now let's just, before we do anything, save that. If you want to have a look at it so it hasn't got this box on here on the left hand side, just click anywhere. Click anywhere. Now you can see. So this is going to be your thumbnail. So murder, detectives, or whatever picture you've got, whatever you're writing you got. Now in order to save this onto your computer, in order to upload it onto your Facebook, onto your YouTube thumbnail, I want you to go left, go on to file, go all the way down to export frame. Export frame, it's going to ask you, like remember when we was when we saved the picture on off Google? Well, it's kind of the same procedure as that. We're going to save it in downloads, and we're going to call it our murder thumbnail. It's saving as a picture. It's going to be in our downloads file. Press save. That's it. Now that's going to be stored in your computer. Just to prove it, let's get to files. Now under downloads, look at downloads. There's the thumbnail we're going to be using, what you're going to be using, for instance, on your YouTube video. Now if you want to be learning more about Shotcut on how to make videos better, because it is the best editing software out there, please look at my channel, because I've got loads of tutorials from the start, from the finish. Yeah, look, this is what your thumbnail is going to be like. But I'm begging you, please now, like and subscribe, or at the very least like my video, because I've had to put a lot of time and effort and money into just showing you this now. Just the basics. It's all costs, as you'll know if you want to do it yourself in the future. But if you're just starting out, stay with me and stay on my channel and you'll be learning. Okay, that's it. All you need to do now is go to your YouTube page. When you've uploaded it, in the options, go down to thumbnail, click on it, go into your file. It'll be under your downloads. Click on it and this will pop up. That's it. So I hope that's helped you out for today. Please like and subscribe. You take care. Catch you on the rebound. Bye.